Hello. So, as I'm still transitioning between Danganronpas, not quite ready to jump into 3 just yet, but still want to go for something with a little bit of murder mystery and a game in my library that I've been wanting to play anyways. We have Aviary Attorney. You know of Harvey Birdman, you know of Phoenix Wright. Now it looks like it's time for an attorney played by an actual bird. So, oh, we play with the mouse. Okay. Let's see. Very vintage style picturesque backdrops here. The Chateau Serenary of somebody. Up. Is that Monsieur Grenouille? Oh mon dieu. Dame Caterline, what have you done? Act 1. Cat with Claws. It's midday already. Where on earth is that featherhead? Well, 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 look who finally decided to get up. Haven't you heard what they say about the early bird falcon? Ugh, too early for worms. Pass the Cabernet Sauvignon. Too early for worms, but it's never too early for wine. There'll be time for that later. We've got some business to handle first. Business? A letter arrived while you were sleeping. I haven't opened it yet. Probably just more junk mail. Go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors. Alright. Dear Monsieur Falcon, I'm writing to you today because my daughter, Dame Caterline, has been arrested for a crime she did not commit. She is being held at La Concierge prison in the charge of murder, no less. Her trial is in 3 days' time. I would be greatly in your debt if you would offer her your legal aid. Yours sincerely, Seigneur Pierre Tour Demio of the Demio estate. Okay. I am no good at reading French. I'm sorry if I have any French viewers, if I pissed any of you off. Well, this is quite something. I know, your first serious client in months. Not just that. The Demio estate is well known for its exuberant wealth. Even if we cannot do much for Dame Caterline, his lordship would still reward us handsomely for our efforts. Wow, so I suppose you intend on defending Dame Caterline in court? Oh, we can just say nope right off the bat. I don't know if... I usually expect a but thou must, but I've seen other games twist it by pulling a non-standard game over right off the bat, so let's just go with it. Of course, it would be foolish to let such a good opportunity through our feathers. Grab your coat, Sparrowson. We're going to find our kitty client at La Conciergerie. Excellent, my derriere was getting tired from all this sitting around. Oh, but I better file away Signor Demiau's letter first. One moment, Falcon. The letter was added to our evidence folder. May access it at any time by clicking the suitcase. Ah, nearly forgot my wallet. Wouldn't want to lose that. Again, I recall you losing at the New Year's party, and at Christmas. Oh no, the names look French, but these two, I'm giving English accents, probably because they come off like Sherlock Holmes and Watson. Yes, alright. No need to make a list. Picked up his wallet. 20 francs. Let's make a move. Map screen. From here you can travel to any listed area by clicking a location name or a location node. Areas marked with a clock symbol take a whole day to visit. Areas with no symbol can be visited freely. Oh, so are we going to have a time limit for our investigations? It's not going to be like Phoenix Wright. Or Danganronpa, where we're given, like, as much time as the story needs us to have? Is that what you're telling me? Aviary attorney offices. No case too big or small. No junk mail. Okay, well that's where we just came from, so I guess we do have to go here. Anyways. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the stone-cold foyer of the concierge prison. Sullen-faced guards and visitors linger beneath the medieval archways. Ah, the concierge. They say this is the finest prison in the whole of France. The outer walls are impenetrable, the cells are spotless, the guards are well-mannered. What do you want? Good day, monsieur. I'm here to see Dame Caroline de Miao. I am due to represent her in court. Ah, you're a lawyer, huh? Fine, fine. Follow me. Well, what are you waiting for? Keep up. Well-mannered indeed. My papa hasn't forgotten about me, has he? Dame Caroline de Miao, I presume? You've arrived. The fantastic lawyer, Monsieur Falcon, and his petite assistant, Sparrowson. Milady's knowledgeable. Don't talk like that, Sparrowson. I'm sorry. My papa told me he would only hire the best lawyers in town. I'm flattered. But they weren't available at such short notice, so he hired the first people in the address directory. Ouch. Oh. You see, Falcon, I told you listing under Aviary attorney would pay off. Let's get down to business. Dame Caroline, would you fill us in on some details? Your father's letter was a little brief. I can do my best. What is it you wanted to know? Oh, what happened? What exactly happened on the night of the murder? Oh, let me think. It was Friday evening. Me and my papa had arrived at Chateau Serenier, the home of great Baron Roguel. My papa spent all evening talking with Monsieur Grenouille and the Baron about business stuff. Business stuff? Well, the three of them own a railway company together. So all through dinner they were talking about company shares and investments, but I didn't really understand most of it. But after dinner, this man with a camera took our photograph. That was a lot more fun. Sorry, man with a what took your what? Camera. It is a very new gadget. A tiny bug sits in a box with a tiny paintbrush and paints your picture very fast. In 10 minutes, poof, you have a perfect picture. Wow, technology is amazing. I don't think the lady's explanation is right, Sparrowson. Pshaw, let me believe. Still, the camera sounds like a very special device. I'll make a note of it. Camera's has been Ed. Please continue, Dame Caroline. So, after we had the photograph, I went into the gardens to get some air, and that's when I found the body of Monsieur Grenway. He was all ripped open. A housemaid saw me standing over the froggy monsieur and called for help, and then the police arrived. Before I could say anything, I ended up here. It was such a blur. Must have been terrifying. It wasn't so bad. My papa taught me how to be a brave cat. Was there something else you wanted to ask, Monsieur Falcon? Who all was there that evening? Dame Caroline, who attended the banquet that evening? Well, there was me and my papa. My dearest Maman couldn't make it. And there was Baron Rogwheel, who hosted the dinner, and his housemaid, Colleen, I think she was called. Of course there was Monsieur Grenway, well, until, he died. And there was Monsieur Robitio de Robinio. I'm gonna have a hard time keeping track of all these names. At least in Ace Attorney, the names were easily recognizable because of almost everyone's name was a pun. The man with the camera, but he was only there for a little while. I think that was all. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Did you see anything suspicious? Dame Caroline, did you see anything suspicious that evening? Suspicious? Like, maybe a guy lurking in the shadows, or, a bloodied murder weapon. Monsieur Falcon, I do believe you're looking for an easy answer. You got me. I did not see anything, I'm afraid. The evening was very normal. The food was delicious, the conversation was boring. It was all very ordinary until the incident. I see. Wait, Falcon, you missed something of huge importance. I did? Dame Caroline, you said the food was delicious. But you didn't say what food it was. You and your damn stomach. Let me see. We had poached red herring to start, garnished with garlic butter. Red herring, how appropriate for a murder mystery. Go on. Then a marbled steak served perfect bloody rare. Glorious. Falcon, write this down. What? This can't possibly be relevant to the case. Write it all down, please, for me. Fine, fine. Red herring, bloody rare steak. Sparrowson, remind me not to let you talk to clients on an empty stomach. Come to think of it, I did find it a little strange that we weren't given any cutlery. No cutlery? Even for the steak? Nope. You would think that the great Baron of Chateau Criniere would have gorgeous silverware, but there was none to be seen. That is a little peculiar. Was there anything else you wanted to know, Monsieur Falcon? No, I think that will be all. So what's the plan now, Falcon? The way I see it, we have two tasks. We should head to Chateau Criniere and try to see the scene of the murder for ourselves. And we should try to track down the supposed photographer, Monsieur Robito de Robinio. 2 days for 2 tasks. Seems doable. But we should head back and get some rest first. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Wait, Monsieur Falcon, before you go... You do believe my story, don't you? Dame Caroline, I believe that a fair trial can draw the truth from any situation. I believe in justice. That's good to hear? You're not wrong, Falcon, but that's not what the lady needed to hear. Oh. You might want to work on being less of a, how to put it, fil de pute. If serving justice makes me a fil de pute, then I'll wear that title proudly. Dame Cataline, Monsieur Grinway, Baron Rorgriel. Those names are getting a bit confusing, aren't they? Yes, as I said before. Not particularly. Well, it is for me. I'm going to start compiling a Facebook so I can keep track of who everyone is. That might be copyrighted, but okay. A what? A Facebook. It's a collection of people's names, pictures, and descriptions in one easy-to-carry catalog. I think I understand. The name could use a little work, though. Can access a list of people you've met at any time by clicking the book symbol. Okay. Pertward Damiao, the wealthy father of Dame Cataline. Grinway, that's the victim. Let's make a move. The game saves automatically at the start of each new day. But you can also make a quick save at any time by selecting Save and Quit from the pause menu. Access the pause menu by clicking the cog in the upper left corner, or press Escape. Falcon and Sparrowson enter the courtyard outside Chateau Criniere. People with dirty clothes and gaunt faces linger around the building's shadows. Excusez-moi, monsieurs. I don't mean to be a pain, but my little girl and I are sick and starving, see? I don't suppose you'd happen to have some spare change? You have 20 francs. What do you do? Oh. Oh, Here you go. Stay safe, madame. Many thanks to you, monsieurs. Does this affect future outcomes, I wonder? That was pretty generous of you, Falcon. Times are tough. Making sure a mother and child have something to eat is the least I can do. But what am I doing staying here moralizing? Come on, Sparrowson. We've got business to attend to. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the pristine wood-paneled foyer of Chateau Criniere. Whoa, look at this place. Baron Rogriel must be loaded. More than loaded. When it comes to lucrative investments, the Baron is a legend. Factories, chocolate shops, hotels, railroads. The Baron owns a little bit of everything this side of the Seine. Is he here right now? Yes, he's the smug-looking chap with the impressive mane. But we must approach a man of his stature with tact and finesse. Hey, Baron, we'd like a word. How's that? Sparrowson, you have the finesse of an inebriated warthog. You can thank me later. I think I got his attention. Oh. Did I hear my name? Great Baron Rorgriel, property owner extraordinaire, at your service. And who might you fellows be? More investigators? Not quite. I'm Private Attorney J.J. Falcon, and this is my associate, Sparrowson. Lawyers, eh? You know, you aren't the first to have passed through here today. Oh? Yes, this jumpy, twitchy fellow came by this morning. Asked a bunch of questions and hopped away before he heard the answers. Most curious. Do you know who he was, Sparrowson? Perhaps. I have a hunch. Sorry, hunch. We'll be seeing him at the trial. A friend of yours? Something like that. So what may I do for you, messieurs? We're doing some research on Monsieur Grinway, the frog who was killed here on Friday evening. Of course, such a tragedy. He was a good friend and a loyal business partner. Suppose you, messieurs, will be wanting to see the crime scene for yourself. Actually, yes, that would be fantastic. Well, be my guest. You'll find the garden where the murder occurred through the back doors. You may also be interested in the lounge on the second floor, third door to the right. That would be where we gathered for a group photograph prior to the... unfortunate incident. Oh, can we see the finished photograph? I'm afraid not. It is to my understanding that a photograph must be developed before it can be viewed. It's a slow process. My own copy of the photograph is to be delivered in 3 days' time. That's no good to us. The trial may be over then. Nonetheless, we appreciate your hospitality. Thank you, Baron. It's no trouble at all. I'll be here to see you out when you're done with your investigations. So where should we go first? Are we in the main hall now? Okay, you said the garden is where the murder occurred and the lounge is where the photo was taken. Then let's look at the lounge first. Oh. A giraffe? Second floor, third door on the right. This must be the room where the photograph was taken. Psst. Hey, Falcon, did you see that? See what? That housemaid totally just did something shifty. Shifty? I think she just pocketed something from that drawer. You should totally call her out on it. Excuse me, mademoiselle. Ah. Yes? Are you two policemen? No, we're private attorneys. My name's J.J. Falcon. And I'm Sparrowson. Oh, how rude of me. My name is Colleen Duhat. So, what can I help you, messieurs, with today? We're investigating the murder that took place last week. Do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions? That's fine. Let me just grab a chair. That's better. What is it you wanted to ask? We're looking for the room where the photograph was taken prior to the incident. Would you happen to know whether this is the right room? Oh yes, you're in the right place. I saw the photography session for myself. Let's see. The cameraman was standing... just about where you're standing, actually, Monsieur Falcon. And where was the camera pointed? Right at the clock above the mantelpiece. The Baron insisted on using that very location. Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about that clock. I know, the painting on it totally clashes with the decor. I was thinking along more obvious lines. The clock has no hands. Oh, that clock has never had hands in all the years I've worked here. I think Baron Rorgrill just keeps it around as a conversation piece. Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it's working. It's a peculiar detail, though. I'll make a note of it. Is there something you wanted to ask? Yeah, you were a little nervous when we came in. You thought we were police officers. Is there something we ought to know? Anything you need to confess? No, I suppose I'm just a little nervous after all the drama of last week. Let's press a little more. Are you sure there isn't anything that you're hiding? It's okay to tell us. We're defense attorneys. That means we help people get away with criminal acts. Right, and... Wait, What? No, that's not an accurate job description, Sparrowson. It isn't? Oh, what do we do then? I'll tell you later. Honestly, messieurs, I have nothing to hide. Was there something else you wanted to ask? No further questions. Thank you, mademoiselle. You've been a huge help. It's no problem, messieurs. Actually, there is something. Oh, that's her. I know you two saw me stealing as you came in. I appreciate that you didn't give me the third degree about it. You see, I'm trying to save up and follow my dreams, and, well, never mind, I'm rambling. It's no problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have a much larger crime to worry about. Though I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else? Silverware, perhaps? Oh. You know about that. Yeah, I suppose that was me. It started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But, well, yeah, I suppose the habit got a little away from me. That's one mystery solved, at least. I would appreciate if you didn't tell the Baron. He's been really kind, and I would hate to break his trust. I see. So where to next, Big Bird? I guess the garden. Dame Cataline said she found Monsieur Gwenway on the stairs by the fountain. So this must be the very spot where the murder took place. Hey Falcon, do the crime scene investigation thing. The crime scene investigation thing? Yeah, you know, that thing where you get all eagle-eyed and analyze every object in excruciating detail. You mean search for evidence? Yeah, do that. That's not a bad suggestion. It wouldn't be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their noses. Re-examine the scenery of the room. Click an item of interest and examine it in closer detail. It's an interesting art style, but it also makes it a little difficult to pinpoint stuff to examine. Another beautifully made horse statue. You know, my uncle once had a horse that refused to eat hay. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yep. Eventually we realized it was just filling up on horse stew. Okay, that pun doesn't really work. Ugh, terrible. A finely crafted horse statue. The mane looks almost lifelike. Would you say it behooves you to stroke it? No. No, I would not. Dried blood on the staircase. This must be where Monsieur Grinway died. Do you see any bloody footprints? Oh, maybe a name scrawled in blood written with the frog's last breath? Wishful thinking. All I'm seeing here is a big sticky puddle. There's nothing to indicate that the body was moved or that the frog left a last-minute clue. All I can make out from the bloody mess is that Monsieur Grinway was attacked and killed on the staircase. The fountain is finely crafted. It's solid carved marble. That can't have been cheap. I see nothing but water on the bottom of the lower basin. It's a shame we can't see the upper basin from here. That would be a perfect place to quickly stash a murder weapon. That's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We ought to wait in to take a closer look just to be sure. Yeah, I suppose we should. Oh, I apologize. I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say was, Sparrowson, go wade into the fountain and take a closer look inside the upper basin. Me? No way. If you want to go wading, do it yourself. I'm a respectable lawyer. You can't expect me to roll up my trousers and paddle around a fountain like a duck in a lake. Yeah, well, you don't pay me enough to justify getting my sweet threads wet. Look, there's only one reasonable way to settle this. We'll flip for it. Flip for it? Yep. I'll flip this 1 franc coin. You call the outcome. Get it wrong and you go for a swim. So what'll it be? Heads or tails? Napoleon face or plant squiggles? Plant squiggles? It's called a wreath sparrowson. Sure, I'll bet on the plant squiggles. Here I go. It's heads. Should have gone with the old Emperor, Falcon. Yeah, fine. Hold my shoes. Falcon should really learn how to spot a rigged coin flip. Aw, bad. I almost feel bad for cheating. God, I think Sparrowson just might be worse than Maya. Almost. Ah, you're back. Had a good swim? No, I'm a bird, not a fish. But I did find a mystery item in the upper basin. It's no murder weapon, though. What is this? It's brown and sticky, and it smells weird. Don't tell me you picked up a very wet cigar butt, possibly belonging to Baron Rorgwheel. Correct. But that shouldn't be too surprising. It is his house, after all. I'll stash it in the evidence folder, just in case. Is there anything else we need to do here? A horse statue. This one has a goofy face. That reminds me of a joke. A horse walks into a bar and the barkeep says, "Why the long face?" Yes, we've all heard that one. What? No, the barkeep says, "You've got to stop coming here. You're drinking us under the stable." I think it's time to rein in the horse jokes. Me too. Baron Rorgwheel certainly likes his horse statues. I don't mind the horse statues, but the little cherub people creep me out. Babies should be waddling, not attempting saddleless horseback riding. Okay, did we examine everything? I think so. I think we're done here. Good call. But are you sure you don't want to take another dip? You still have time. Don't push your luck. Did you monsieurs have a good look around? I trust everything was in order. We had a good look, thank you, Baron. But we actually have some questions for you. Please, ask away. I have nothing to hide. Baron Rorgwheel, I would like to ask about your activities on the night of the murder. Oh, am I in trouble? No, nothing like that. We're just gathering the full picture. I see. Well, let me think. The guests arrived at 5 o'clock, and we all sat down for dinner at this very hall at 6. That part went magnificently. The photographer arrived at 7 o'clock, but it wasn't until 7:30 that we had our picture taken. My housemaid discovered the crime scene soon after that. I see. Is there something else I can help you, monsieurs, with? About the housemaid, are we throwing her under the bus here about her kleptomania? We met your housemaid, Colleen Duhat. She's a courteous young lady, isn't she? Yes, she was more than willing to help us with our investigation. Glad to hear it. Did you two want to ask something else? I think that will be all, Baron. Thank you very much for your time. It's a pleasure. Have a delightful day, monsieurs. you get all the information you needed, Falcon? I hope so. Don't worry. If everything goes wrong in the trial, we could always just wing it. Terrible. Just terrible. Let's head back to the office and get some rest. It's a new day. Yes, it is. Okay, let's go have a word with that photographer then. So this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock? Wait, there's a note on the door. The magnificent and marvelous artist, Monsieur Robito de Robinho, is currently out on an artistic expedition. He shall return when his muse sees fit. When his muse sees fit? What does that even mean? It means he skipped town. I think it means that he's a pretentious bird brain, but in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now? We should knock anyway. Alright, I don't see the harm. Nope, doesn't look like he's in, Falcon. Ooh, break in. Ooh, I kinda wanna. We should break in. What? Are you serious? Maybe. Monsieur J.J. Falcon, I would have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless displays of unlawful barbarism. Hey, alright, I'm sorry, I don't know what came over. It's a brilliant suggestion! Stand back, I'm barging the door down. Up. Wait, just like that? Shouldn't we discuss this first? Ooh. Who needs a warrant, right? What in bird Jesus' name was that? You said you wanted to break in. I thought we could find an open window. I didn't think you'd turn into a bird-sized cannonball. Well, now we're here. We ought to make the most of it. This place is quite something. It's very swanky. I was going to say ostentatious. That's just swanky talk for swanky. We don't have time for this. The sound of a door being smashed in could be drawing unwanted attention. We should find anything that may help our case and get out. Well then. A chandelier. We should get one of those for the office. I don't have the money for that sort of luxury. I see a bourgeois tigress in profile. I see paints, inks, and dyes. I'm not quite sure what the clear liquid in this bottle is. I could taste test it. You could. But we don't have time for a hospital visit right now, so let's not. I see a finely dressed dandy fellow upon a horse. This appears to be a photograph of a ladder, symbolic of climbing towards success, perhaps. I swear, it looks more like a step ladder to me. we're having the step ladder debate. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. Oh no, we're not getting to that old argument. This is a photograph of a castle somewhere in the countryside. You know, I once had an uncle who once fell off a castle rampart while on guard duty. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did he die? No, he got demoted. Ugh, terrible. A butterfly, or maybe a moth. It's difficult to tell in black and white. A lighthouse? No, wait, it's a man in a top hat. Actually, if I squint and turn my head sideways... It's a black smudge falcon. Oh. Really, a Rorschach? This is a tiny photograph of what appears to be a jail cell. That reminds me, how illegal is this? You know, breaking and entering, rifling through a person's belongings? A little late to start asking that question. I'm not gonna lie to you, Sparrowson. If we're caught, we will be spending the next 20 years with a number instead of a name. I call 24601. Don't be daft, Sparrowson. You can't call prison numbers. Damn, I wanted that one. This is a picture of a fence. It's a fancy photograph. It leaves the viewer defenseless. Out of all the pictures here, I'd pick it as my favorite. Okay, I'm done. No more fence puns. Hey, Falcon, look. What? It's just an easel. No, look at what's on the easel. Oh, wow. This must be a copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder. Oh, there's no question about it. I see a housemaid, Dame Caterline, and I think that's Signor Pourtour, Caterline's father. So what should we do? Do we just take this? No, that would be a big mistake. Every half-competent lawyer knows that stolen property can't be used as evidence. Still, we've learned some valuable information by seeing this photograph in person. I suppose so. Is there anything else we need to do here? Picture of a sailing ship on a windy day. We get everything? Oh. A beautiful picture of the Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must have been taken from Notre Dame Cathedral itself. Guess that's it. I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw further attention to ourselves. Sounds good to me. Uh-oh. Oh mon Dieu, what happened to my door? Uh-oh, busted. Oh shit. Should we, just be honest? Well, Monsieur Robinho, it's like this. You see, we are attorneys who have been hired for the purpose of... Raven! A raven did it! We saw the whole thing! What are you doing, Sparrowson? I've got this. I'm not going to jail because your conscience is acting up. Nobody's going to jail. Just take it easy. Damn ravens, they're always after our shiny objects, am I right? Yeah, that's right. Let's make a move. Trial date's approaching fast. Right, let's go. Palace of Justice, huh? Then this looks, I think, looks like it's trial day then, so I think we'll cut off here and we'll see how the trial goes next time. See you guys later.
I'm playing a game.